guys. So before we celebrate the fact that we do have another significant milestone in getting another vaccine to be available to fight this pandemic, you know, we had a milestone a few weeks ago, and 500,000 people across the country have died or have been impacted in a worse way from this virus. And you know, Dr. Steinberg and myself was just talking about the fact that in a few weeks, we're recognizing it's been a year since Hartford HealthCare had the first patient here. So many things have happened, right? If you look at the processes from a social distance perspective, from what you can do at a park and what you can do at a restaurant, if you look at that and you talk about that 16 months ago, completely different. This is real hope, right? If we see what the two vaccines that we have on board now, the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine, in populations such as, you know, our nursing home population, the mortality rate has decreased exponentially. We've seen prevalence decrease exponentially. Many other communities, we are seeing a significant impact with what the vaccine is having to offer, not just in Connecticut, across the country, and definitely globally. So there's a lot of conversation about the appreciation of the science, particularly of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. Today we're going to add one more tool to that arsenal, which is the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, with some differences but a lot of similarities. And the primary similarity that, you know, Eric, myself, Ulysses, so Dr. Ulysses Wu, you know, Tina, Melissa, and Dr. Steinberg, we all need to appreciate is the fact that the primary similarities that we look for is the fact that all these vaccines, looking at the trials and looking at the millions of people who have gotten the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines so far, have a very similar component in that they're safe and they're effective. And effective specifically around preventing severe illness, preventing ICU admission, and definitely preventing death. So we want to get back to a place that, you know, from a science perspective, it's hard to speak of eradicating COVID-19 completely. I think it's very difficult for us to appreciate that. But one thing we can see is, based on the trials, we have somewhat of a way how to decrease the transmission, definitely decrease the transmission. There's multiple data now. I know one of the questions we talked about a lot when we had the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine just introduced. With the vaccine, are we reducing transmission? We have enough data now to say yes, that is happening. So we're decreasing transmission, we're definitely decreasing mortality, and we're putting a significant impact on this virus. And that's a good, very, very good news. So before I keep going, I'm gonna invite Eric, who has, you know, Eric's been pivotal in ensuring that we manage this at a very good rate. Connecticut has done exponentially well. Hartford HealthCare has been pivotal to that, and Eric's been a key component to that piece. Deb Hayes, who is here somewhere, who hides a lot. So whenever you guys see her, definitely, you know, try to get an interview. She tries to get away from it. From an operational perspective, she's huge into this. There's so many people we can thank, and there's people on either side of me, or community members. So as healthcare partners, we could do every single thing possible to ensure that when someone's ill, we're taking care of them. But with this, the primary thing that will change the trajectory of this virus is what individuals in the community do. And we applaud your efforts, not just with the vaccination, but we applaud the fact that without proper social distancing, proper masking, proper use of hand hygiene and so forth, we would not be seeing prevalence rate right now of 2.3% throughout Connecticut. But without further ado, Eric, definitely come forward.
Thank you very much, Keith. Good morning, everybody. My name is Eric Arlia. I am the Senior Director of Pharmacy for Hartford HealthCare. And as always, it's my distinct pleasure to represent the Vaccine Steering Committee that Keith was just referring to, and the tremendous amount of work and planning that we've done to arrive at this place. So this is our third kickoff of a vaccine in the last 3 months. And it never ceases to amaze me how much interest and excitement there is every time this happens. And you know, I think I've come to appreciate and understand that every time we do one of these launches of a new vaccine, it really represents hope for everyone. Another vaccine, another option, more vaccines, our ability to increase how quickly we're able to vaccinate everyone and return to a better than normal state than we were in the past. I always like to share where we're at because it's really exciting to see the numbers rise each day. We passed over 92,000 individuals receiving at least one vaccine dose today. We'll probably go over the 100,000 mark within the next 7 days. We've administered over 150,000 total vaccinations, counting dose 2. So this one will be interesting. It's a little different because it's only one dose. So you know that first dose component will now include people who receive the Pfizer and Moderna, and then for those receiving the Johnson & Johnson, that will finish them off. So just a little bit about what we received and what we're planning to do with it. So we received 7,400 doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which, you know, that's a nice amount for us. And we're distributing it in a few different channels. We're going to use a portion of it for teachers. We've worked with some of the school districts in the state, those that are interested in the J&J vaccine. We have teacher clinics with J&J and with Pfizer and Moderna planned in every region of Hartford HealthCare in all corners of the state over the next 7 days. We will use a portion of it with community partners for community clinics and for the 211 system, which we also share some of our appointments with. And then finally, the thing I wanted to spend a few minutes on explaining to everyone is we launched some new functionality this morning in our online MyChart system. I want to stress before I describe the functionality that all of us here at Hartford HealthCare, myself, Keith, all of our medical leadership, the pharmacy clinical team, we have tremendous faith in the J&J vaccine. I want everyone to remember that all of the vaccines prevent serious illness and death 100% in all of the trials done. Having said that, though, we understand that choice is important to people. People who have more choice feel more engaged in a process. And that's why when we discussed this internally in our system, we decided that we wanted to try to figure out a way to give people choice when we can, bearing in mind that the amount of vaccine that we get varies from week to week. So some very, very smart people in our informatics department designed some functionality in our system that went live this morning. When someone goes to book an appointment in Hartford HealthCare's MyChart, they will now see an option that will allow them to say if they would like a RNA vaccine, a Pfizer or a Moderna, a J&J vaccine, or there's also a third option, which is first available appointment. And that's kind of how we landed on this. The amount of appointments are going to vary from time to time. There may be times when one type of appointment is more available than another. That's really going to depend on our allocation from week to week. But for public clinics, and we did launch our first 2 J&J specific public clinics in our MyChart system this morning. They're for a couple of days next week at the Xfinity Center. People will be able to choose those if that is what they are most interested in. For whatever reason, maybe they like the convenience of only having one dose. Maybe they feel some affinity to the J&J brand. Maybe they have some concerns because of how new the messenger RNA technology is. Regardless of the reason why, like I said, I can't stress enough how important it is that everyone understands that our leadership team, our medical leadership team, has 100% faith and confidence in all of the vaccines. But as much as we are able to provide choice to our community, we will do so. And now it's an exciting day because in addition to getting this supply of J&J, which we're going to administer the first 10 doses of this morning, we're also launching this new functionality. So those are exciting moments. So I want to just take 1 minute. I want to recognize my colleague, Maddie Aquilano, who's a pharmacist here at Hartford Hospital. Maddie really represents pharmacists, nurses, and all of the other vaccine providers in our system and everywhere. These guys are working tremendously hard, many of them working extra hours, putting in time in all of our vaccine clinics. And I want to just take a moment to recognize Maddie and all of her colleagues. I have great admiration and appreciation for how much time they're all putting into this vaccination effort. I may be the one who figures out what to do with the allocation, but it doesn't go anywhere unless we have people that can vaccinate. So thank you, Maddie, on behalf of all of your friends and colleagues. Anything else you wanted to add, Keith? Oh, okay. Oh, excellent. So let me introduce the president of Hartford Hospital, Bimal Patel, who's also going to share some remarks.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you for being here. It's such an excitement as we are very close to have 1 year into the journey of caring for our communities, caring for patients who came with COVID. Exactly about 13th March, Friday in 2020, we'll be having certainly an event to recognize all the amazing work that's been done. And with Johnson & Johnson vaccine coming up, and which is right here, there's an excitement. This weekend, I had a chance to be at a small gathering at church on north side of our town, 1229 Albany Avenue, United Methodist Church. And the team that were serving and vaccinating the patients, the folks who live in community walked over there, and we heard that they were excited also about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, that it's a one-time and done type of vaccination process rather than having multiple schedules and other things that you have to go through. So there is a great anticipation broadly by our patients and communities that this vaccine would provide additional access, ease of access, and ease of application, and hence we'll have more compliance with the process, and we're super excited about that as well. Thank you for taking the message out. We greatly appreciate it. On behalf of the hospital and 7,000 people that work here, I say thank you for a great support that we have received from the community and from you all taking the message out. Have a great day.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Victor Rodriguez of Hartford. I'm a Hartford Public School Safety Officer. I decided to take this vaccine because, one, it's more convenient than having to return for a second one. I work in the community, I do a lot of events, and I work with kids on a daily basis, up to 12 hours a day, so why not be safe and show the community that we should all participate and do our part to make sure we're all safe among our families and our friends so that we can start getting back to what our real norm should be and what it should look like. We'll see. I feel good right now. All right. Do I sit? Victor Rodriguez, V-I-C-T-O-R, Rodriguez, R-O-D-R-I-G-U-E-Z. I work at ESM, Environmental Sciences Magnet.
Yeah, you can. We don't have them drawn up, so I'm going to draw up yours. So sit down, get comfortable, but you don't have to like take your arm out yet or anything. Okay.
big guns, huh? Other reason I do it for my kids. That was it?
Do you want to be a Dave?
Can you believe it? Am I hurt?
No. You want it for proof?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey, look, kids, I did it. Thank you, thank you.
You're very welcome. And then Eric, you're giving him his card, the vaccine card?
Hi, my name is Lynette Rodriguez. I work for Hartford HealthCare Medical Group Urology. I am a surgical scheduler. I'm very excited to be here today to get this one vaccine and play my part in trying to control this pandemic. I'm excited to be here to be able to put my part and help control this pandemic by getting the vaccine. I was waiting a little bit I heard about the one vaccine, so I thought I'd wait it out and see. I just decided to wait. Just a personal preference, yeah. No, just waiting it out. Yeah. Thank you. Sure. My first name is Lynette, Lynnette, Rodriguez, Rodriguez. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. My name is Adnan Rubai. That's A-D-N-A-N. Last name R-U-B-A-I. And I'm a high school teacher from Windsor, Connecticut. I don't have any particular affinity to J&J, but this is the first opportunity I got to get vaccinated. And I'm going to pay heed to Dr. Fauci's comment about, whatever opportunity you have, take it, and help us create the herd immunity and all the stuff. So that's why I'm here, to take the vaccination today. Thank you all. Sorry? Name is A-D-N-A-N, last name R-U-B-A-I.
B as in boy,
Yes,
R-U-B-A-R.
A-I. I.
You just pronounce it, so A-I.
Adnan Rubai.
Sorry, and the school you're affiliated with?
Loomis Chafee. Okay. I teach math and an administrator over there. All right, thank you.
All set? Thank you. Can you confirm your date of birth? Sure, 07/24/79. Okay. And you have not received another COVID vaccine, correct? Okay. This, I'm gonna give to you, all the information. And how do you feel today? Do you feel ill at all? No? Excited?
Very.
Good. Do you have a history of any severe allergic reaction that required the use of an EpiPen? Okay, so you don't have an EpiPen, you don't have one prescribed to you. Okay. Any history of anaphylaxis before? And left arm is fine. All right, so we're gonna fill this all out and then we'll give it back to you at the end, okay? Oh yeah, do you want me to, here, let me move this over. Yes, thank you. That's better, thank you very much. That's better? Okay. And how far does that roll up your sleeve? Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, if you wanna hold it, that'd be great. Thank you. And then just relax your arm when I do give you the vaccine, okay? Use Band-Aid just a little drop of blood. You're all done?
Thank you. Thank you all.
Hello, my name is Rachel Nisselson, R-A-C-H-E-L, N as in Nancy, I, S as in Sam, S again, E-L-S-O-N. I'm also a teacher at Loomis Chafee in Windsor, Connecticut. And Adnan is my husband, so I have the same reason for jumping at the chance to get vaccinated today. And I'm super excited to have caught on video my husband getting vaccinated. Now we can show our children that it does not hurt. Any questions? Okay, thanks.
Andrew Welch, AndrewWelch. My name is Andrew Welch, and I'm a social studies teacher at Hartford's very own Buckley High School. My colleagues and I are excited to be receiving the vaccine in the coming days and taking this exciting step forward to making Hartford Public Schools a safer place for students to return to. And, I personally am very excited to stop teaching to an empty classroom and my computer and surround myself with the fantastic community that I teach in.
When you started teaching, Andrew, this year, when did you actually expect that you might be vaccinated?
I had no idea when I would receive the vaccine when I began the school year, but we had to bravely go forward, do our best.
All set? All righty. So you're planning on taking an arm out.
I might do exactly what you did.
You want to do the right?
So we can keep the logo nice and full.
That works for me. Do you have your paper,
I put it on the table, right behind the box.
Andrew? Here's your fact sheet whenever you're ready to start. And how do you feel today?
I feel well.
Good. And you have not received another dose of any COVID vaccine?
I have not.
And any history of severe allergic reaction requiring an EpiPen? Any EpiPen you know or you have one prescribed to you? No? Okay. And any anaphylaxis in the past? Okay. Great. Like everyone else. Clean your arm. Do you actually mind holding them? Your arm, just relax. Is bleeding at all? Do you want a Band-Aid?
I would like a badge of honor.
Yeah, let me get you one. Normally we have only 20 stickers.
Oh, heck yeah. I've got plenty of stickers in my desk.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
you're very welcome.
Good morning. My name is Christina Kibbe, and I'm a teacher at Granby Public Schools. I just want to say how excited I am to be here today and to know that I work with an amazing group of dedicated teachers, and we want to do what's best for kids every day. And I'm thrilled to say that we've been in school throughout this year with our kids. Getting to know them has been so important to me. But knowing that I'm here today for this vaccine gives me great hope. So that is a huge step moving forward for us. Thank you. Absolutely. It's CHRISTINA and last name KIB as in boy, BY. Thank you. Granby. Thank you.
Christina? Yes. Can you just confirm your date of birth?
16, 1960.
So I'm going to give you this fact sheet.
Yep.
And how do you feel today?
Okay.
Good.
Really good.
And you have not received another dose of any COVID vaccine, correct? And do you have a history of severe allergic reaction requiring use of an EpiPen?
No.
You've never used an EpiPen, you never have one?
No.
Correct. Okay.
Right.
And any anaphylaxis before?
No.
Lip gloss on. And then which arm do you want to do?
I have to do it right.
That's
lefty.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
That's important.
That's it. Make it simple, hopefully.
Do you want a Band-Aid back corner?
Sure.
Yeah?
You know what? Yeah. Always make it simple.
They're not fun Band-Aids, I'm sorry.
Thank you. These are tricky stuff.
They really are, to be honest
Huh?
with you. Especially with darn gloves.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Sessions, and I'm a first grade teacher in Granby Public Schools. As educators, we know that teaching our children in person learning is most valuable and the best kind of education that we can provide. And in Granby, I feel honored and privileged, well, to be here, but also to have been providing in-person learning to our students since we started in August with very few remote days throughout the year. Granby has taken many efforts and many safeguards to protect us as teachers and our students, and I just feel like this is going to give us an added layer of protection and security and comfort. Yeah, sure. Lindsay Sessions, Sessions. Granby.
All set? So I personally did the side I don't sleep on because I sleep on my side.
Okay, okay, got it.
Like
Okay,
my
yeah.
dominant arm was the arm I got it in, and I was fine. It really just depends. Depends what you want to do. Yeah. Oh, and it's, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be good. And you want the right arm?
I guess it's the side I don't sleep on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
okay.
That'll be better.
Hi, my name's Tom Bradley. I'm from Canton. I'm not a teacher. I'm director of marketing at a small agency called CT Next. We help tech startups and innovation-based companies in Connecticut. The reason I'm here is that my wife is a heart transplant recipient, and I'm immunosuppressed with Crohn's disease. So for the last year, we've been pretty much quarantined all year. And it's been very stressful and hard. So she got her second dose 2 weeks ago, and I get mine today, and it's over. So very happy.
Okay. Hi, my name is Marcia Harris. I work here at Hartford Hospital Cashier's Office. And I would like to thank Mr. Chandler and Harleen to give me this opportunity to take the J&J vaccine because I'm scared of needle, so I didn't want to take the 2 shots. Yeah, I was waiting and listening to the signs, and I feel more comfortable, so I'm excited today to take the vaccine. MARCIAHARRIS. Yes, and listening to the scientists and the doctors here at Hartford Hospital, which I am so adore, I am well prepared now to take the vaccine. Thank you. I'm excited as well. Pardon? If someone else should take the vaccine? Yes, I would advise like my friends or my coworkers to take the vaccine, because I think it's a way of getting back together. Like we could take vacation again, be socialized together, stuff like that. All right. Thank you. Okay. Hi.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Which arm do you want to do?
Which, I don't know.
So I did the one I did not sleep on. So if you like always sleep on one side, I do the opposite of that, if that helps you. It really is patient preference.
Yeah, you are the nurse, so you know better, right? The pharmacist, but you do everything.
Which arm do you want to do?
You want to do this?
Left is fine?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you have your paper? Yes. Just is fine.
That's one.
Can you just confirm your date of birth for me?
9/18/1969.
This is just a fact sheet.
Okay.
And then how are you feeling today?
I'm very well, thanks.
Good. And you have not received another dose of any COVID vaccine, correct?
Correct.
Any history of severe allergic reaction requiring the use of an EpiPen?
Not that I know.
Okay. So you don't have an EpiPen, you've never had one prescribed to you.
Correct.
And any anaphylaxis in the past?
Could you
So that would be either to like food or medication, having your throat swell up, kind of trouble breathing,
No.
the type of like allergic reaction, mainly breathing and throat swelling.
No.
Okay.
I have like acid reflux, that's all. But
Okay.
I went to
Yeah.
the
No,
doctor.
nothing like that.
Endoscopy.
Nothing like that.
Okay.
You would know.
Fine. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. So I'm just gonna put on a new pair of gloves, and then I'm gonna clean your arm.
Okay.
And we'll get you vaccinated. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So just roll up your sleeve for me.
Easy.
I like your glasses. They're very soft.
Thank you. Do you advise taking any like Tylenol or stuff like that?
I would see how you feel. You can take Tylenol later if you need it, but I wouldn't take it like if you don't have a reaction. Like so not like prophylactic.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Or at least it covers the mouth.
I know, I won't do that.
Okay. So you're all set.
Oh, thank you.
And then I think she has stickers for you over there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Mary Munsell. I'm a language arts teacher at East Granby Middle School, and as I think about getting the shot today, I find it so funny that usually when people approach going to the doctors and getting a shot, they're like, oh my God, this is not going to be good. But today, when I woke up, I was like, yes, get my shot. So here I go. Does it make a difference?
It does not. It is all your preference.
Oh, sure, it's Mary.